What's the opening line? Thank you. I should have wrote that down. All right. Hello, America. My name is Dirk Harkins, your host of I Got Your Six, People Helping People. Well, I talk to ordinary people who do extraordinary things. And today, my two hosts, not one, I am blessed to have two, Ashley and Bristol Tipton. And I would like to thank you two for joining me. It's been a long time waiting to get you two on here. I first made communications with you both about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, to see about having you on here and spreading some of the love that you have going on in the community and beyond. And you were busy and very busy. So I just thank you for when you get that time to come in here and talk to us. So before we get started, let's start with Bristol. Give us a little background about yourself.
So I got picked
we found out probably in January.
Yeah, that I was going to be a part of the Ronald McDonald to raise money for all the children with my steer, Taz. Yes.
I say she's one of 10 kids. They do this every year. So it was formed. It was originally under a different name. I would have to double check on it, but it's been formulated into the Ronald McDonald Celebrity Steer Show. So they pick 10 kids in the program of the Ohio Cattlemen's Best Association. So this is a point series that runs from November until March. It is a 9-show circuit, and we've been to Wauseon. Didn't even know where Wauseon was. Never even heard of it. It's up there. You're almost in Michigan. You're not far from the Canada border up there. But we traveled up there. So they're chosen based on their standout, like how they show, their attitude, how they think that they would perform in this. And then they're paired with a celebrity, and then we go with the celebrity and we work and raise money for the Ronald McDonald House.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Is the celebrity an Ohio-based celebrity, or is it like...
Yes.
Yeah,
somebody?
So Columbus-based.
Columbus-based?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you know who that is yet?
No.
No? Might be Ryan Day or somebody famous like that.
I say Dad's hoping for Ohio State. Dad's a big Ohio State fan.
Yes.
As we know, big Ohio State. But it has been like Urban Meyer's wife has been in the past. They've had professional golfers, senators. Actually, Don Jones, Harrison County native, he did it. It's news broadcasters, anybody that is a celebrity that is like native to Columbus or a celebrity in Columbus.
Well, we have a new podcast on here. Don James was just on. So Luddy doesn't even realize he had a big celebrity on there for his first one. So that's a good thing right there. So, all this stuff you're running around doing, that's a huge honor to be chosen for this by the Ohio Cattlemen's Association. And you must be very proud of that.
Oh, I'm beyond proud.
Yeah. Well, we're all in this room proud of you because, we got somebody local here. And you have a family farm right there also, too, where you're constantly, that's enough to keep you busy, right?
Oh, yeah.
So how do you find the time, the energy, the focus
You just do it because you love it.
Just do it because you love it. That's a great answer. That's why I do the things I do, because you just love it. If you love it, it's not that hard, you know what I mean? You always find the time and energy and focus for that. That's awesome. But what do you do at the cow you're showing? Or how do I say that word? Is it a steer?
Steer,
the steer you're going to show. Okay.
We breed and raise everything.
You do. You're right at the farm.
Yep.
And what's the difference is there any difference between what you do on your farm that maybe separates you from other people who are out there? I know you don't want to maybe give up all your secrets, but is there anything different that you might do?
I think because, the project literally starts at the time of birth at our farm. So there's over 700 kids that participate in the BEST program. And we just found out today that she was actually awarded Grand and Reserve Champion for Bred and Owned. So most of the season, she was the only kid that was bred and owned in the whole series. But there was actually 4 kids that finished the season. But out of, almost 700 kids that participate, that really stands you out.
Yeah,
a lot.
I would think so.
Yeah. So we actually brought a souvenir from the family farm. So this is an original sale poster from the 1930s of the original Tipton farm, not the farm that we reside on, but the original Tipton farm that would have been her great-great-grandfather's.
So from 1935 all the way until now, 2026, you
Yes.
have been into this business.
And the farm that we reside on now, it was actually formed mostly in the early 1950s by her great-grandfather, Harry Tipton. Yeah. And so she's now the fourth generation on this location.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really cool, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, they probably was before 1935. Do you know the date when it was originally, they got the farm?
We don't know like the original, but yeah, that goes back to like the original farm that was out on Miller Station. And then, like I said, where our farm is now, that was what her great-grandfather started.
Yeah, that's amazing. How do you feel about that, just to be able to carry that?
Very
that
honored.
Honored,
Very
huh?
honored, yes.
Yeah, you're pretty awesome. You love what you do, and you're humble about it, and
Very
I can
grateful.
tell you're grateful. Yeah. Well, that just gives you every reason and every desire in the world to get up and every day to do what you do.
Yep.
And you got chose for this for Ronald McDonald House, and you have to raise some money and bring awareness to what they do at the Ronald McDonald House. I know most people might know what they do. Some people maybe don't. It surprised me, some of the things that people, if you're talking about the Ronald McDonald House, you would think everybody knows about it, but they don't. And that's sad. But can you just give us a little bit of what the Ronald McDonald House does?
It helps kids that, are not doing so good. So we were there.
About a week ago.
Yeah.
About
And,
March 19th, I think.
The community and everybody, my 4-H club, donated
157. We ended up
stuffed cows
Wow.
and gave them all to them. And Taz was there also. And then whatever stuffed animals that the kids did not get that day are being put back and will go in like these goodie bags that they give.
So you actually were allowed to take Taz in there to see the
Yes,
kids?
yeah.
Yes.
How did they react to that? That's pretty cool.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Oh, yeah.
I think the workers honestly might have
Yes.
loved it more. The
Yeah.
one lady, I think if she could have snuck him home, she would
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Yeah. We, so when you ask like what our responsibility is, it's kind of up to the participant what they want to do. I mean, you can just kind of show up that day and show with your celebrity, or you can get as involved as you want. And I mean, as a family, we want to make, the best of it as we can and help as many people as we can. So
Yeah. The more awareness you raise and the more
yes.
finances you can raise for that cause, the more
Yes.
people you can help. And that's what it's all about. This podcast is people helping people. So let's see if we can reach as many people out there as we can.
Yep.
I told you there's 5.2 million people watching right now live, so maybe they'll all get generous for this. But when there is 5.2 million people, they will be generous. But so you're going to raise some finances for this. And what's the main, what's a couple things you're going to do to raise some finances for the Ronald McDonald House?
We're going to collect pop tabs. That's one of them. And then we are going to ask all the local small businesses.
To donate. So we kind of want to highlight the small businesses in the area too. So, small restaurants, small wineries, small boutiques, anything that somebody does around here that's a small business to donate. And then we're going to sell raffle tickets, and then we're going to do an online raffle and draw for these prizes. So it also, like I said, it helps donate back to the Ronald McDonald House, and then it helps highlight all the wonderful small businesses we have in our county.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people realize how much amazing stuff is in Harrison County.
Yeah.
I mean, because there really is a lot here when you really pull back the surface of it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of amazing people who will hear this and want to help out with
Yes.
it as well.
There
and
is.
so the Ronald McDonald House, they're a 501c3. They're a nonprofit organization, I do believe.
Yes.
So another place that you can reach out to is, and I'll invite you to my next meeting at the D&E American Legion, Post 525, and we love to help with things like this. I mean, and there's a lot of these Legion posts and VFWs right now. They have these gaming machines in there, and they're saving our post. They're saving our military organizations. And what's even better than that is where back in the day, I remember when I first started in the Legion, the Legions were able to give, we would give $50 here, $100 here. We're able to get a little bit deeper into the pocket now,
Yeah.
and that's where we want to be anyhow, to be able to help you out. So the second Sunday of the month, if you are available, come to the D&E American Legion, Post 525. I'll get you a list of different Legion posts that are having meetings. So if you're interested in going to talk to them, we'll get them all involved.
Yeah.
And I'll be an advocate speaker at those places for you as well.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Right now, we're going to take a quick break, go listen to one of our sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Harco Media is proud to partner with D&E Electric of Ohio. Whether you've got power problems or simply planning an upgrade, go with D&E Electric. Licensed, insured, and bonded in Ohio and West Virginia, they handle all your electrical needs. From panel upgrades and lighting to full electrical installation, residential or commercial, they get the job done safely and done right the first time around. Trusted, reliable, local. Don't wait. Give them a call today, 740-546-3361. Once again, 740-546-3361. Call them today to power your home or business with confidence.
Tabs and pop tabs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hello, America. My name's Dirk Harkins, and you're back. I'm your host, and you're back with I Got Your Six, people helping people. You might have caught me talking in between there. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not paying too much attention in here, but that's all right. We'll get through it. Hey, right before we left for the break, we were talking about the Ronald McDonald House and the pop tabs and stuff that you were collecting. And they do something very unique with them pop tabs. And when you told me that before it started, I thought, wow, they got to collect a lot of pop tabs to do some of the things they do. So there's different places. Once again, your American Legions and stuff. Probably ain't gonna get a lot of pop tabs. You might get a few of them adult beverage tabs, but they still the same thing. They'll still
That
add
works.
up.
Yeah, those work just fine.
So while you're there, ask them to get them tabs off before they do. But would you mind explaining to us what they do with those?
Sure. So when we visited the house, when we were up in for Beef Expo, we stopped, like she said, with our visit with Taz, and we told them some of our plans, and we told them how we want to collect the pop tabs and bring to them. And she said what they do is they take them and they turn them in for money, like you would with, pop cans or aluminum at the scrapyard, and they actually use those pop tabs to pay a bulk of the utilities at the house. And so the house in Columbus is actually the largest Ronald McDonald house that there is. They expanded, I think they said, in like 2014?
Yeah.
Somewhere within like the last 10 years they've expanded. So when you pull up, and we thought the same, and like whenever her aunt came, you pull up and it just looks like this little tiny house out front. And when you go around back, it's this huge, it almost looks like a college dorm room. Like, it's amazing. They have 206 rooms there to house families. We met a lady from Minnesota there. I think she said her daughter was, 15?
Yeah.
And they had been going back and forth since her daughter was 2 years old, because that's the best place, in Columbus to receive care at the Children's Hospital. Just imagine, tragedy can happen at any moment. It can. I know this personally. My dad was burnt really bad last year in June, and he was in the hospital for 111 days. And it definitely, it changes you a lot. And like I said, you don't know when tragedy is going to strike. And when it does, it's nice to know that there's somebody there for you to stay. Like the Ronald McDonald House, they have, those facilities for families that if you don't know what you're going to do, because how many of us are really prepared for a tragedy? Yeah. Really, none of us are. No. So, I think that's, it's just when you go there and you see these people, you realize, oh, when I woke up this morning, like my achy back, it's so insignificant compared to what these people are going through. Like the one family, their child just had brain surgery. Like, you just can't fathom it, I guess. Yeah. So it's
worst times in case in your life.
Yes.
There's somebody there to help ease that burden a little bit.
Yep.
To give that hand to take some of the financial burdens off. Here's a place to stay. Yeah. And those people up there at those places really genuinely care. I've been around them at times.
They do. And, those people were wonderful at that Ronald McDonald House. They were. Yeah. They really were. But yeah, like I said, knowing what it's like to go through, tragedy striking, and with a child, you can't even imagine. So we want to help them be more comfortable. Because, they had lunch for them. They had playhouses for them. They had snacks all over. They were it was wonderful seeing everything they did for those people.
Yeah, and like you said, that one family was there for 13 years from coming halfway across the country. And, that's their best place to go. That's really that's the lifestyle that child knows. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Well, and I think, we didn't, we collected these squishmallows and all kinds of stuffed cows. There was ones that were tiny to ginormous. I mean, we had all shapes and sizes of cows. Literally, our house was overtaken with stuffed cows for about 3 weeks.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah, everywhere. And our poor dog, every time there was a package, she thought it was for her, unfortunately. So
Thought it was another Chewy ball.
she did. She's like, oh, for me. But the one lady, I said, oh, some of the people, they didn't have their kids out there because their kids were resting from procedures. And she said, I said, well, what about this? She said, that's too big for our flight home. And you don't think, think, oh, they're right up the road or they're an hour away. But a lot of them, they're not. They're, like I said, Minnesota and all over, because that's the best place to go get the treatment. And like I said, that's the biggest Ronald McDonald House in the country.
Yeah. And just for that little bit of time, they can help relieve some of that burden of finances for them and lift it up. And I mean, if that isn't something that touches your heart and you're listening to this right now, then we need to check your pulse because there's something going on, because the worst feeling in the world is watching a child suffer and we can't do anything about it or anybody really. But when you see a kid, and especially one of your own, that's the worst feeling ever because, we, especially if we can't do anything about it. And then that's where that special breed of people come in right there. They have a special place in their heart for things like that. And we need those folks. So I'm really excited that you have the opportunity to be part of that, to see that, because how blessed you say you feel now, and then you get around that, you really feel grateful.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, Ashley, my back's hurting a little bit, and you wake up in the morning, and then you turn on the TV and you see something, and you're like, wow, my back feels pretty good right now. So.
And even the parents that day, I think the parents enjoyed it just as much as the kids because it's normal for them. It's not like, oh, we have to be at this appointment, we have to go to this. It was normal for them to do something. And so, and a lot of the parents at first, they came up and said, oh, how much are these? And we're like, oh, they're for you guys to take. Go meet Taz, take a cow. When we originally set our goal, we set our goal at 50 because there's typically 30 to 40 kids in the house. And she's like, well, there's extras you can share with the siblings. And we're like, well, siblings are suffering just as much. So we want the siblings to have as well. And then we're like, you know what? We want to set it at 150. And we got our goal at 157. And we were able to, like she said, to leave for bags. They make bags for the kids as they come in the house, like for blankets and stuffed animals. So all of our extra cows we left will go for those kids.
That's awesome.
But some of the families asked, what do we have to pay for these? Or the one guy, he said, what is your guys' website? Because we have the Facebook page. It's Taz and Bristol State Fair Journey where we post everything. He said, where can I make a donation? And we said, oh, you don't have to do that. He said, but you guys are doing such good things. And it's like, these people are going through this and they're at this lowest point and they still want to help people. Like, that's just inspiring. Yeah. It is. Very inspiring and humbling.
Yeah. That's the impact that you made on them coming. That's paying it forward. People pay it forward. That's people helping people when they see it's contagious. When I tell people all the time, one random act of kindness is so contagious. Because if you hold that door open for me, I might be having a bad day and you say, hello, sir, how's your day? I might forget about that for a minute, and I'm holding the door open for somebody, and then that's what's going on there. They're just so happy that somebody really genuinely cares and comes in open armed with a smile. So I really love that story. This is awesome. And I know that, so they have until August. Is this in August, correct? That we can raise as much money for this as we can, bring enough awareness of this as we can. So, what else? Is there anything you're going to come through the community so we can get the community prepared and the Legion's prepared that you're coming and we need your help, right?
Well, like she mentioned, the auction, the small business auction, the pop tabs. And then if anybody does want to make a monetary donation, the checks can be made directly to the Ronald McDonald House of Central Ohio. And then something that Bristol, if you want to tell them what you're doing at the fair and what you'd like to encourage other kids.
I'm going to donate half of my steer check to the Ronald McDonald House this summer.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. Now, which fair are you going to be at? The Harrison County Fair with that? All right.
And we would like to encourage other 4-H and FFA kids to donate, even if it's $50 or $100 of your check to the Ronald McDonald House as well. So if there's any other 4-H or FFA kids watching this, we would like to encourage them as well. Because like with her, we've always tried to take a portion of her check and do something good. Like one year we helped girls at Union Local. I worked with Joelle Jones at the time, and she was a teacher at Union Local, and there was girls that didn't have means to do stuff for homecoming. So we took and we bought like makeup and accessories and gave to her to help the girls for homecoming. So we always try to do something good with her fair money.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I love that whole concept. And I hope all the kids at the fair buy into that as well. You know what I mean? Because you could raise so much money. Because if those kids out there have that gracious, humble heart that you have, knowing that, hey, I'm thankful and I'm grateful to God every day that I'm able to go out to my barn and my farm and play with Taz and all the other critters I have out there, you know, and travel around to help somebody else out. So that's very powerful and that's very honorable of you to do that, because a lot of people just take the money and run. So I'm hoping that they all get a little bit of a soft spark in their heart for this. So that's amazing. So the more you can make, the more people they can help, right?
Yes.
So, and I know that you have
Newspaper.
your newspaper there with Taz shining pretty good right there. I love Taz because I had a dog, a Siberian Husky, when I was all the way through high school. His name was Taz, so it was pretty solid.
Yes.
So I was looking on some of the things you've been doing over the past couple months since I've talked to you first. I'm like, man, they're always busy on the run. And then I saw Taz, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And my dog was red as well. But tell us about that right there.
This just kind of gives you information about me and Taz, and about what we're doing with the Ronald McDonald House and everything. And then there's also a second page that goes into more detail about our farm and everything. And also the banner that's behind you, the Reserve Champion Shorthorn for Mardi Gras. That was won by Taz. Yep.
Yeah, awesome. I was wondering if they thought I won something here, but I had the signs up.
Yep. So
that's awesome. So Taz, I mean, you're never going to get rid of Taz, right?
hopefully not. Hopefully not. Trying to
Man,
talk.
I hit a
She's
soft
trying to
spot there.
convince Grandpa. Yeah,
Trying to
Trying
convince
to convince
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. If there's anybody that can convince a grandpa, it's a granddaughter.
Yep.
So you just keep working on it.
Yep.
But,
Close.
Close.
Hopefully.
Yep.
But what about that butt buckle I see there behind that? It's about as big as that paper right there. I love that thing.
Yeah, this was won by one of my very, very important show heifers that is now a mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually showing her son at the fair this year. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So that'll be the one that you're going to give. The son's going to be the one you give half the
Yes.
proceeds with.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. So the mom, you'll just continue to keep her and
Oh yeah.
breed her.
Oh yeah.
again.
She's not going.
She's not going anywhere.
No.
That's one that you don't have to convince nobody about.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
I say we don't have to convince Dad on that
No.
one either,
Yeah.
because that's one of his favorites too.
Yeah.
Yeah. She we actually made Sapphire is who
Yeah.
the buckle's from. We actually made a calendar of her because when we would go to shows, we would dress her up for whatever holiday it was, whether it was Cinco de Mayo, Easter, St. Patty's Day, and we would parade her around. And she would just walk around with the outfit on.
And then if it would fall down, she'd stop
would-
and wait for me to put it back on. Oh yeah.
like,
There'd
hey.
be a lot of smiles. Oh yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep. Because I mean, when you have a steer, in reality, you do have it for a long time. But like I said, ours are literally from the moment they hit the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, we have them. But same with Taz. I mean, tell him what Taz's favorite thing is that you got to do
Sweet
at the
tea.
house.
Sweet tea.
He loves McDonald's sweet tea. Yep. We were
I do
just
too.
at
I
a
can't blame you.
we were just at a show one day, and I give everything to my calves.
She
and
sneaks everything to him. Yep.
I just walked up and he drank. Yeah.
And now he's like, "Where's the sweet tea?"
Yep.
huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, when we went and visited, we let the kids give him sweet tea, and he had almost a full gallon of sweet tea
Heck yeah.
by the end of it. But yeah,
the one boy was ecstatic.
best thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Like that just brought smiles to everybody's faces. It was a full cup of sweet tea that Taz drank.
And they probably couldn't believe it, could they?
I think this boy, I think he was autistic, I think. And he
Yes.
was a little old. I think he might have honestly been about Bristol's age. And he came up and he was by himself and he had his headphones on and he just seemed real kind of nervous. And he said, can I pet him? And then Bristol's like, well, how about you give him some tea? And he goes over and he poured his self, because normally we were pouring it, but this kid poured his own glass. And I mean, he just kept pouring and pouring. And Bristol's, we're just like, please, let him do it.
Even though you said
Yeah, we said
no more.
actually he wasn't supposed to have any more at that point, but soft spot.
Yeah.
So I mean, she talked about it the rest of the weekend because it just made this kid's day.
That was like the best thing out of the whole weekend was just seeing all the kids with the smiles, because they don't see that every day. So
Exactly.
just having a calf and being able to do all this is just
That's amazing because it worked out. Taz worked out helping both out. Everybody out because when you see something like that, you just appreciate what you have a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was actually my first steer I ever won a best banner with, so that was it. Definitely.
I have a feeling you're going to keep Taz.
I'm really hoping.
He might run away one day.
Yeah.
Just might run away one day. Yeah.
You just when you're going around to these small business, to see if they'll help out with this, just take a little petition,
Right.
Save Taz.
Save Taz. There we go. Yep.
Well, I'll sign it. I'll be the first one for you.
He'll be the first one on there. But yeah, he is just a sweetheart. He loves to give kisses and
he loves kids.
He does.
Actually, there for a while, I was showing 2 back to back, and they would always end up in the same class. So we'd just have one of our friends, his little kids, come and show. Actually, my sister even showed him, and he was just amazing with kids. Like
he loves kids.
Loves them.
So they have therapy dogs. They have goat yoga. And now you can have a therapy.
They do have therapy cows, and I talk about this a lot. I do. Yes, it's something I actually want to pursue. So yeah.
Well, I would.
Yeah.
I would pursue it. I mean.
Oh yeah, he's
a lover. Now his buddy, her other show steer, Ace, the one that will be at the county fair, they have separation anxiety from each other.
It's bad.
They do, because they've been together since they've been babies. So whenever Taz is in the ring, normally her grandpa Fred's there. So Grandpa Fred's normally holding Ace, who's black and white, and normally he has to take Ace up to watch Taz.
Oh yeah.
See.
And because if not, he'll yell and moo.
They will both watch each other. Show.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So they're best friends. You can't separate them either, right? You go,
Yeah. County fair is going to be. We got to come up with it. We got to get an emotional support cow from the field and bring in for Taz.
And it might honestly be Sapphire that comes in.
Yes, it might be. Yeah, Sapphire. Yeah. Sapphire. She, like I said, she definitely is a one of a kind of cow too, and she started her big winning streak for her. And because when you breed and own on your own, you know what it's like to start at the bottom and work your way up.
yeah.
You
You
do.
can just definitely working your way up or whatever. You're up there right now.
Yes.
And it's just amazing, all the hard work that you do to put into this. A lot of people don't understand too, that bond from you have them from the birth, like you said, from the time they hit the ground until what you're going with them. And it's got to be hard sometimes, but I'm sure it builds some character and some strength and some things that come along with that as well. And you can help a lot of the younger kids out coming up into the
Oh yeah, I love
this,
helping.
and then say, hey, it's going to be all right or whatever. But I know also you had some statistics and some things about
women in agriculture. Yes, since we have a lady here in agriculture. And definitely a trend center because I think Bristol is proof that you don't have to have the most expensive steer in the barn to win. I think she's proof that you can do this on your own, and if you have a good family and a good breeding program behind you, that you can do this and you can come out on top. Last year, between her and my nephew, they took home 11 banners. They won pretty much the whole feeder calf show with calves from the farm.
We were definitely back to back.
Yeah. So I think she can say that when you win with something that you raised, it's more rewarding than,
it's
if
a
you
different,
win.
it's a different type of feeling. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, because I know many times we had people, why don't you just give up? Why don't you just go buy or something? And, it's because that's what we were trying not to teach. We were trying to teach that you can do this with what you have. So this starts kind of about our breeding program. When we go to Expo, we buy, we go around and you pick semen from the bulls, and we artificially inseminate the cattle. So you have to look at factors. There's genetic diseases. There's defects that you can have. It goes down to the different breeds of cattle. Like we mostly have shorthorn cattle, and shorthorn will have different diseases, and other ones will. Like they mostly have DS, which affects the legs of the cattle. So we can get very deep into this, but we won't. But then me and her dad and her uncle, we sit down and we decide what cattle we're going to breed to what bull. We say, hey, this worked last year. This didn't work last year. We had good results. And then you have to watch their heat cycles. And then she'll tell you there's been many things that have had to been changed and canceled because of calving or calves being in heat. So I mean, it's a dedication. And then once we do the breeding, then, we wait the 9 months, and then you have a window, and you have to be there on that window, especially when it's certain cows that are your prized possessions.
Oh, yeah. Like Sapphire.
Sapphire, yes. Prized possession or first time mamas, they can be very stressful. So you have to be there with them as well. So it's a process and it's a lot of work, but it's doable. Because we've had friends that they've tried the breeding program and it didn't work the first year and they gave up. And it's like, you can't, her dad's been at this for 30 some years. So that you can't just quit. It takes time. But I mean, she's proof that you can do it and it's possible. But to kind of encourage other girls in agriculture, so Ohio right now is made up of 33 to 36% of females in the agriculture industry. In the whole USA, females make up 36% of the agriculture, and worldwide, 43% are females. So I think that's impressive, but I think that it could be, a lot higher. I think that girls need to stay in 4-H. They need to stay in FFA. It's not just the animal industry. It's plants, it's horticulture. I think that younger girls should get involved in agriculture as well.
Yeah. That's some pretty good statistics there.
Yeah.
That's higher than maybe what I thought it was for whatever reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree.
It is something that teaches you a lot of valuable life skills. I think
Yes.
that every kid should get in there and be responsible for something. Keeping a plant alive, keeping an animal alive, keeping, there's a lot of hard work and dedication. And that's why you rise to the top with what you do, because there's times where you probably would like to go do something with your friends or go to do this or that. And guess what? Blam.
Yep.
One of the first time cows or whatever it might be. There's many different, you just threw a bunch of scenarios at me. I'm like, wow, I mean, you do have a lot of sacrifices where you should want to go do something or give up a little bit of sleep at night because something's going on.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of sleep getting up at night. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I say we make our rounds. I say when it's cattle checking time, I say about every 2 hours we're out.
Yep.
Out making the rounds. Yep. I say we're best scared of the darkness. I don't know that we're the best two people to go out and check cattle, but
we do it.
We make it. We make it work.
For the girls.
Yep.
That's
Yep. And we have one on our farm. Number 2.
She's something.
She's a mean one. She's about killed me. She's about got her uncle, about got her, but. Yeah,
she gives us nice babies, so
she's one you just
let her stay over there.
And you warn everybody, hey, if you're going to check cows number 2s in the barn, watch what you're doing. Yeah. She don't like me and her uncle we're at the top of that list.
That she likes or don't like?
Oh, she hates us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She likes one person, and that's probably my pap.
Yeah. She'll tolerate her dad, but Bristol's kind of some days she might like Bristol, some days she might not. But once they don't like you. Because she got hit by one. How old were you? Probably 5.
Yeah. She
she
big
was
scar underneath my chin.
She was in the barn messing with it, and her dad. I see him over there shaking his head. He told her leave it alone, and when you're a little kid, you don't.
You don't
and
leave them alone.
She kept pestering because I think did she have a baby in there?
Yeah.
I think. And Mama came over and slammed the gate and slammed her down, and we'd be in the barn, and the cow would be fine. But the minute Bristol stepped in that barn, she just went ballistic.
Oh,
yeah. So they're smart. They actually are smart creatures. They don't act like it sometimes, but
I imagine if I got busted in the chin when I was 5 years old, I'd probably be scared to even go back in the barn. So I give you a lot of props just for getting back up, dust yourself off, and go back in there. But your dad was probably like, I told you, pick yourself up and let's go, right?
Well, I've been doing this since I was 3, so it's just things happen.
Yep. Well, you're well on your way. I can see that. And this has just been an awesome story of just somebody right here in our backyard doing a lot of things. A young girl who's sacrificed a lot, who's given up, who's carrying on a family tradition. You have a lot to be proud of, a lot to be grateful for. And if I can't wait till you come around and you do your small business thing, stop back in here, see me. I have a nonprofit. We're going to help you out with that, Operation Veteran Payback. We'll do something for that and come to our Legion meeting second Sunday of next month. Well, this month we're in April now, right?
Almost. We're almost
there.
there.
We're almost there. Yeah. Well, by the time this comes out, we'll be in April. So.
Yeah.
But just come to the meeting the second Sunday, and we'll get you a check for that as well. We'd love to help out like this. And is there anything else that you just want to share about this coming up events or anything that?
I guess too, when you are at McDonald's and they ask you, hey, do you want to, drop change in? That all is 100% to the
Yes.
Ronald McDonald House.
Okay.
That all goes 100% to them. And when, so we actually will be paired with a celebrity in April, and then we go back in June. They'll have a big meeting for all the kids and everything. We're going to bring the celebrity to our farm. So our celebrity will be here in Harrison County.
Yes.
We plan to make them a steak dinner with meat from the farm. And hopefully after we, do some more stuff, hopefully we can come back and share our celebrity
Yes.
and share everything, hopefully. Just want to say how proud we are of Bristol, for doing this. I mean, she's a go-getter. She is. She's president of her 4-H club. She runs barrel horses. I mean, she's a go-getter, and
There's a lot of stuff we could keep talking
We
about
could,
her about,
yes,
right?
yes.
And just keep going.
Yes.
So we can if you want to. But if when you do get your celebrity, I do want you to come back on here
Yes.
before that, and we can talk about it and what's going to be going on.
Yeah.
Just to get it fresh in everybody's head again,
Yeah.
right before you go out there and participate in a
Yeah.
cattlemen's association. I think it's awesome. I think it's a very great story to sit here and listen to some about a young girl. How old are you?
16.
16. What? You weren't even born in 9/11, was she?
Nope.
But anyhow, it's just awesome. I love to see these kind of stories. I love to see people getting involved, especially the young kids get out there and do things like this and just have a humble, grateful heart like you do too. That makes it that much more special. So I'm very proud of you too.
Thank you
This is
so
really
much.
the first time I've got to meet you, but our friendship will grow. I'm sure of that because I'm going to keep an eye on you and see where this goes. And we're going to have you right back in here if you're a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Hopefully it's a dancer because I always try to get somebody to dance off. They haven't done it yet, so maybe they will. But is there anything else you want to add? This is your guys' show.
I just
We're
want to
good.
thank everybody
Yes.
that supported us so far, and that's going to continue to support us.
I'm very grateful for
yeah.
everybody.
We're very excited to see what we can do with this and how much we can help the families. And we just want to encourage, any kid that is in 4-H or youth rodeos, you don't have to have the best of everything.
No, you
don't.
don't.
You can go out there and you can make it with what you have. And, if you don't, if you didn't succeed this year, come back next year and say, hey, this didn't work. I'll bring this back and I'll do better. Because like I said, you don't always have to have the best of everything to.
It's about that love and dedication and
It
putting
is.
that effort into it. And
It is. Yep.
that's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. So that being said, to get you back on here again, this is just a really good story of people helping people. We have the opportunity here in our backyard to help you out. Run that Facebook page by me again that we
Yes.
can everybody out there can hear you know.
It's Taz and Bristol State Fair Journey. We post everything on there. We actually have videos from our visit to the Ronald McDonald House. We posted about when we had our cow drive. We'll post about the Pop Tab collection and any other fundraisers we decide to do, and we'll make the celebrity announcements and everything on there.
Yes.
Good deal. Well, Bristol, I'll have you back on here again. And if this is tugging at anybody's heartstrings out there right now listening, you just heard where they can donate. They can get a hold of your family. They can get a hold of me here. My number's all out there all over the place, so they can call in here, my Facebook page, and I'll direct them to you. And it's just real exciting. You just keep doing what you're doing and sharing that love with all the younger kids and the ladies as well to get them that number up a little bit more. But I have a feeling that you are setting a positive example for a lot of the young kids right here in our backyard. So it's really great having you two on here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to get you back on here. That being said, God loves you. I got your 6. Until the next time.